Hello everyone, my name is Salim and welcome to the Markets Breakdown Analysis for Tuesday, the 3rd of October 2023. We'll be breaking down charts to the exact zones where price will close above potential buys or close below for potential sells as well. So looking at the daily candle for Mondays, the daily has been extremely bearish, breaking below the Friday daily low. The weekly hasn't really formed that much of a top wick, so ideally it would have been good to see price retracing, because then once the price break below this previous weekly low, then the probability for price to continue bearish and the confirmation for further sells becomes really strong. But anyways, now looking at the weekly, obviously the weekly is bearish, the daily is bearish, the monthly is bearish. So now to break down the chart, and what we can see here is looking at the 4-hour time frame, we haven't got any reason for our support apart from the support that we would probably identify on the left. So let's have a look. So the actually price is sitting at the most recent 4-hour support formed around 1827 700, which is just this level here. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to adjust the levels based on the hourly, and now what we can see, we have this recent 1-hour support formed around 1825 900. Let's go back to the most recent price action. So the first thing we can see here is the most recent 4-hour resistance that's formed around 1848 700, and the most recent 1-hour resistance. Now we can adjust it a little bit. So we have an hourly resistance formed around 1833 200. Zooming in and dropping down to the 30-minute time frame, we have a same level of resistance. When looking on the 50-minute time frame as well, we have a same level of resistance as well. So now to identify the no trade zone, I'd say for potential buys, what we could do is we could look for buys as price break and close above 1833 200, above this 1-hour resistance. For potential sells, now let's have a look if we can adjust anything on the left based on the like the 30-minute and the 15-minute time frame. So let's have a look. Okay, so going back here, and what we can see now, the first thing I can see is I can see this 4-hour low around 1825 500. Let's have a look on the hourly. On the hourly, what do we see? We have an hourly support in here. Let's have a look on 15-minute time frame again. That's the same level of support as well. So I'd say maybe what we could do for potential sells, we could look for sells as price break and close below 1825 500. And this is going to be the no trade zone, and ideally is to wait for price to break out of this range during high volume time. So we might see the Asian session breaking out of this range, and then the price might reject, retrace, consolidate, and then break these lows again. So now to obviously look for the potential buys. Now going back to the daily, so the first thing, so the anticipation for buys obviously is to look for a pullback for the retracement on the weekly, on the monthly, especially prices tapping into this monthly support formed previously, which was the support that was formed in March 2023, which is this year. So maybe we might actually start to see some sort of a rejection on a lower time frame for price to respect this monthly support. And those buys would probably be a daily candle forming a top wick before breaking the lows again. So let's have a look on the 4-hour time frame. What we can see on the 4-hour time frame, we have a recent 4-hour resistance formed around 1848 900. We're looking on the hourly. Now on the hourly, we have an hourly resistance around 1837 700. Let's see if we can adjust anything on the 5-minute time frame. So look on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so this is a really small range. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look on the left if I can identify anything on the far out now, actually. I would say the first target for buys could potentially be 1839, or actually let's have a look at 1839 200, targeting this previous 1-hour support, which also matches with this previous 1-hour resistance. And the second target for buys, now since price is extremely bearish, the targets for buys are going to be obviously small based on these resistances. I'd say the second target for buys could potentially be 1844 500, targeting this hourly resistance. And now to look for potential sells, we can go back to the daily. So the first thing we can see is price is approaching a monthly support. Price has tapped a monthly support formed in March 2023. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a line to where this monthly low that was formed in March 2023, around 1809 400. Dropping down to the weekly, that's the weekly support. Looking at the daily, on the left, what do we see? We have a daily support formed around 18.14.100. Drop it down to the 4 hour time frame. Let's see if we can identify anything on the 4 hour. Obviously going back all the way to March, and the first thing we can see on the 4 hour is we do have this previous 4 hour resistance formed around 18.20.600. I'd say probably the first target for sales could potentially be 18.20.600, targeting this previous 4 hour resistance formed around, I'd say, the 8th of March 2023. The second target for sales, now we could have it based on high time frame, which is I believe is the weekly, or actually, so we have this weekly support. Let's have a look. A weekly support formed around 18.10. Let's see if we can adjust anything based on the daily time frame. So now on the daily, we have this daily support from around 18.13.600. I'd say the second target for sales could potentially be 18.13.600, targeting this daily support.
Dominion Markets, your trading sanctuary.